So today I'm doing spark plugs on my MGZT. It was having a bit of a misfire. I started on 3 cylinders, so I'm going to do the whole lot. I'm going to do spark plugs, coil packs and HT leads. It's a weighted spark, so only 2 HT leads and 2 coils. Anyway, for this sort of job it's pretty straightforward. You're going to need 8mm socket, which is on this one. You'll need a 10mm spark plug socket, which are on that in. Feeler gauge to set the spark plug gap. And that's about it. It's a pretty straightforward job, so I'll walk you through it. Right, my ZT, the release is kind of hard to see. It's just a way in there. Push button style, it comes up. And it's pretty straightforward. You got three 8mm bolts covering them all. So it's simple as one. Two, once you've picked it off the ground. And 3. Simple. It's not very strong, this D10, but you get the idea. Once you get them 3 out, it literally just takes a wee bit of fiddling. But yeah, it does just lift off. Well, if you actually take these out, it goes a lot easier. Like that, and then it does just like that, and there's our coils. Get them safe. Then there is 2 there, and I'm going to do these left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, so I don't lose track of what ones I've already done. So what I'm going to do, I start just unplug that HT lead. Oh my god, maybe not. That'll take some effort, probably need to use my strong hand for that. But unplug that HT lead, change this one, change this one, change this one, change this one, put them all back together, dead easy. Get these out, you just unplug there, 2 bolts, dead easy. I'm going to say left to right, but I say doing right to left's probably easier. So you get your spark plug socket right in there, and just knock that out. Some folk do these with impacts, so I'm always fear I'm going to break the plug off with the head, and that's not a fun time for anyone. So that's nice and loose. Just almost. There we go, number 4 spark plug. So we'll check the gap on that. It's pretty tight, like, it's a wee bit bleach, it's not bad. But I'm going to put new ones in because I've got them. Right, and this one's about 0.7, I can get it in there, just about. Yeah, it's just a touch less than 0.7, but 0.6 is loose, so it's probably about 0.65. These should be about 0.6, so there's probably a small amount of wear in it. So what I'm going to do is gap up this one, chuck it in. Right, freshly gapped spark plug, and just goes straight back in like so. I do these down by hand. There is a torque setting, and my torque wrench doesn't go that low, so I'm going to just do it by ear with a 3/8 ratchet, and hopefully that's good enough. You should absolutely invest in a 3/8 drive torque wrench if you're doing this sort of thing on a regular basis, but that's probably good enough. That's the fun part, getting this fucking socket. Hey, it came out. The rubber's even in it. That's a first. So what I'm going to do now is just to make sure it doesn't get wet, because the sky is not looking fantastic. I'm going to put the new HT lead on there now. Yep, there's one done. These ones are a bit easier. I've already knocked this one off. Just, yeah. That plug slides off, and then 2 8mm sockets there. 8mm sockets, 8mm screws. Just give them. Oh, that's ticked. Oh, that's hefty. Let's switch hands. Now that, knock them both loose, and again, same, just run these out. These ones are just held in. Keep them separate. And then again, just a good chuggle. And there's my pencil coil. Now, I don't know if it's bad or not, I'm going to keep it as a spare, but I'm changing them because I can, because it was a misfire, slightly off idle, so gap in the plug, change the spark, and next one. And there's number 3, and you can see that unit is also wore down to almost nothing. The gap I've not checked, but it looks about the same. So I'll check a fresh one. Compared to that, the amount of material left on that one, brand new, compared to, you know, almost nothing, you know. Hopefully this will run a little bit better. Right, and now for the new pencil coils. Now there's 2 types of pencil coils for these. You've got these ones, which are for non-VVC engines, which part number is, if I remember, will be on screen now. I probably won't. You know, just a bit shinier, it's a bit newer. And there's a second type for the VVC engines, and I have no idea what the difference is. genuinely, like, I've asked folk around, I say, oh, you can't use them, you have to use VVC ones, but as far as I can tell, they're the same dimensions, and they're only one part number apart, so I don't know if impedance is different, or what. Anyway, this is not a VVC engine, so I'm using these ones, which are cheaper, thank fuck. This entire setup, coils, leads, and plugs was £78, which is not cheap, but not nothing. But for these ones, you just push that one there, make sure you've got nice, yeah, she's not going to fall off, and just the screws back in there. There you go, that's two done. The torque spec for these is 10 Newton meter, so I'll give them a wee nip with those, you know, not FT, but you know, just a wee bit, and then you just give that a little, sorry, a bit of fiddly this bit, just give that a good click, start going, and then, you know, 2 and 1, I'll just skip through these quickly, because obviously, you know, you've seen it in these two. There's number 2, also wore weight almost nothing, and there's number 1, again, almost nothing left of them. And just for reference, that's what a fresh brand new plug looks like. And again, just a wee click, a wee click, keep it all nice and neat, and then just manoeuvre that round so it drops in there. We should go to make sure it's fully seated. That's quite a bit of travelling then. You just need to do it like that. And that's us, those are in, so fire up, make sure it still runs. Okay, and moment of truth. Ignore the lights. I think she's idling, maybe it's placebo effect, but I think she's idling a little better. Need to take her proper drive, find out the exact wing, but yeah, that's it. I'll just shut that cover back on, we're good to go. So turn her off so I can do that. And yeah, put this back on, and that's us. Well, this cover is just 2 long bolts going to the top corner, there's no short bolt goes down the bottom and top of the exhaust manifold, dead easy. And there you go, job done. That is one set of coil packs, spark plugs and HT leads done. They're over 75, 1.8 turbo. Also applies to all K-series engines. That's about it. These valve covers are pretty cool, these Rover ones. It is an AMG after all. But these AMG ones are just plain, they just don't say anything, like just nothing here. So I like to get Rover ones. You can get ones that say Land Rover as well out of Freelanders. But you can't get the ones that say AMG, which is a shame. You can also get ones that say Lotus out of Elises, but the Lotus valve covers are like 90 quid, and this was like 10, so yeah, I'm not going to bother with a Lotus one. But yeah, on that, boost gauge, you know, usual. I changed this boost sensor earlier, but I didn't bother making a video about that, because it's literally, pop that pipe off, pop that pipe off, pop that pipe off, undo this clip, the whole thing just clips out, slap a new one in, there's the new one, pop, 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 click, and you're done. It takes 10 seconds. You know, but it's a two-handed job. So yeah, I think that's about it really. Call it done for the day. I'm going to tidy up.